Welcome back, everyone, to Lore of the Shadow, where we are back here in Meduseld in Rohan, where we have just managed to find Aomer, get him freed, and we've had Theoden have his first trip outside in a while. So now, let's see what everybody thinks. Hello there, Aragorn.
There is strength in Theoden, and that strength will flow into his people.
If its king is showing strong, so will the kingdom. Gladly will I ride to Isengard with Theoden and his men, there to demand Saruman cast down his staff. Friends of mine were endangered by the commands of the wizard, and I have a debt to repay on that score. Alright. And how about Ilmer?
I have been given my freedom, and now I ride to war with my king.
It is far better day into which I walk than the one I left. We will show Saruman that Rohan is strong. For too long has he done as he will, but now we will remind him that this land is not his to despoil. My road leads west with the king, but he has asked that you assist Eowyn in Adoras. I am certain that there will be no lack of deeds that will need doing. I am sure of that's for sure. But if you have an opportunity, perhaps you could go and see how fares Aldburg in the Eastfold. That town is my home, and it would be a comfort to my mind to know that you have kept an eye on it. Oh, but there's no hurry. Assist Eowyn with her preparations here first. But keep Aldburg in mind while I'm away, if you would. Yes, of course. I am to do all this while you prepare for that, but somehow be there at the battle when it all comes.
It is good that Theoden takes action to protect his people.
Saruman's greatest ally for these past months has been the inaction of Theoden, sown by the whisperings of Wormtongue. How many orcs were given free passage across the fields of Rohan? Even one would be too many, and it was much more than a single orc. Like an entire army of Uruks would have gotten by if it weren't for Eomer. I do not say that Theoden rides to victory. It is a good that he comes forth, but the armies of Saruman are vast, and I don't know if the Rohirrim can meet them on the field. Well, what do you say about that, Theoden?
For too long have I stayed beneath the roof of my hall.
No more will I delay. I will ride forth to Isengard with my warriors, and we will remind Saruman that the Rohirrim still live. Alright, just be careful. I remember what happened the last time Rohan tried to assault the walls of Isengard. My sister-daughter, Eowyn, will chafe at my command that she remain behind and make the people ready to leave Adoras, I know, but she will carry out my wish. Speak with her outside the Golden Hall and lend her what aid you may in this. Right. Ah, yes. I'm sure she is going to make me suffer as much as she's suffering at the moment. Well, she has a good view over the kingdom, that's for sure. There is no honor in this.
Honor in this. Why must I stay behind?
Why must I stay behind while my brother and my uncle ride to war? Do they care more for Rohan than do I? No! I would fight as hard as the people of the Mark as any man, and may have even greater ferocity. Oh boy, she is determined, that's for sure. I will do as my king commands, Pinelor. This duty has been given to me, and I will carry it out as best I may, though it is not my desire. None will say that Eowyn betrayed the word of her king. I will protect the people of Adoras and keep them to safety, while the battle rages elsewhere. It may come to us in the end, and if it does, I will be ready. I will need your help in the meantime. Alright, let's see. Wonderful. Eowyn's ire, Eowyn's displeasure, Eowyn's anger. Boy, I get the feeling she's not happy with the names of all these items, and boy, Major upgrade?
There are many things to do before the people can leave for Dunharrow.
Yes, many things. My uncle's command must be brought to the townfolk. Wagons must be loaded with provisions, belongings gathered, and there are like to be more naysayers who refuse to follow the king's will. Take this proclamation and read it before the people at several locations throughout the city. Start with the market north of Meadowseld Steps, and then work your way down through the streets of Vadorath. Word will spread quickly. It has already begun to do so. But the king's command must be brought to the people so that the preparations for their departure can be made. Not everyone will be pleased by this. Be kind if you can, but keep your resolve strong. This must be done. The Theoden King has commanded it. Alright, yeah, she has to follow the king's command. Everybody will have to. Okay, and okay, not the best step to have taken. Ah, yes. That's where I was supposed to step down. Alright, now let's see. Let's find our first place for a nice proclamation. And it looks like right smack in the center of town will be the best place. Okay. How about... do we just jump over the wall or something? Leaping like Tom Bombadil. Well, alright, I guess I don't have a bright blue jacket though. And no, I'm definitely not going to wear boots of yellow. Alright, now how about this place here? This is a good place to read the proclamation. By the words of Theoden King, you read the proclamation aloud, and several people nearby begin to mutter darkly. Oh? Really? La 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 la, convincing. Baldhill reluctantly agrees to leave the city. Well. If I must. Well, what do you say about that? Yeah, okay. Good. Anyone else here? Alright, I guess that takes care of that. So, where to next? How about this way? Ah, here's another place where people are gathering. Perhaps this would be a good place to read. Yes, by these stairs should be a good place to read the proclamation. Alright. You read the proclamation aloud, and an old woman catches your eye. Oh? Hello? No, she's not complaining.
Do you have a time to spare an old woman, tidings bearer?
I have heard the commands of Theoden King and would obey, but it has been many, many years since Eldrith felt the bloom of youth, and I do not have the strength that I once did. My belongings are bundled in this crate, but oh boy, she was ready. But I cannot carry it down the hill to the Dunharrow wagon without help. The wagon is to the north of here, if you follow the road. And can you bring the possessions to the wagon north of here? Just follow the road. Ethrith will be in your debt. Okay, Ethrith then. Okay, fine. Just to the north, right? Okay. Ah, there we go. Oh, these must be the steps they were talking about when they said to read them near the steps. Oh, well. Let's just go up here, place these in the wagon. I hope she put her name on the crate so that she could find it when they get to Dunharrow. Ah, oh, this must be the wagon. You leave Ithrith's belongings on the wagon. Ah, good. Now, let's see. Another location. How about near the entrance to the town? That sounds like a good place in which to place some items in here. The entrance courtyard is a good place to read this proclamation. Alright, let's read the proclamation. You read the proclamation, and a small child seeks to catch your eye. I hope he isn't going to give us any trouble.
Everyone must obey the word of Theoden King.
Right. I heard you read the words of Theoden King, and everybody must obey them. But those men over there were laughing, and I heard them insult the name of the king. You are not going to let them escape justice, are you? Everyone has to obey the word of the king. A dissenter, eh? Well, what do we do without that? Well, hey. Now, where's my friendly guardian here? Oh, there we are. Okay, good. Now, let's see what you have to say.
What gives you the right to order us out of our homes?
Maybe those are the commands of Theoden, and maybe they're not. Maybe they're the words of Gandalf. Maybe the wizard is working against us and just wants our treasures for himself. Do they not say that trouble follows him wherever he goes? I will teach you a lesson, little child. I will teach you what happens when you do the bidding of wizards. Ooh. Alright. Especially for the child bit. No one talks to me like that. Well, it says speak softly and carry a big stick. Alright. Let's see. Read the proclamation aloud at the courtyard with 2 stairs with the northwest entrance of the... You have got to be kidding me. Now that is a nice, big, long, complicated set of instructions. Well, there is a set of stairs right there, and there's another set of stairs. All right, between 2 stairs. These stairs are a good place to read the proclamation. All right. Let's read them. You read the proclamation aloud, and several people nearby begin to grumble. Oh, more grumbling. And what is your concern? Herod listens to your words and eventually agrees to obey the king. And you? After a brief discussion, Kaladin agrees to lead Adoras. Okay. Back to Eowyn. This time, let's travel by the conventional way and up all these leg-racking steps. Now, she is she's at the same location she was before. She didn't move around a bit. She is still surveying everything. Watching all the preparations, I'm hoping.
It will be some time before all the people are ready to leave, but this is a start.
Yes. Yep, we must begin preparations now, especially on an important one like this. Alright, so let's see. Gloves of discharge. What? I don't know, that sounds more like a pair of gloves that a runekeeper will wear. Zap! Okay, well, let's take them.
Grima has fled the city, but I believe some of his allies remain.
Ooh, really? Yes, there are still so many tasks that must see completion before the people are ready to leave Vadoras, but something worries me at the back of my mind that divides my attention. When you searched Grima's chambers with Hama, you told my uncle the room was already in disarray, as if it had been searched before you arrived. Why would Grima leave his chamber in such a state? If he was seeking something specific, surely he would know where to find it. No, I think his room was searched by someone entangled deeply within his schemes. Grima has fled the city, but it is my belief that this ally at least remains. Among the papers you collect was the cryptic phrase, "No mere wit he," and a number of other writings. I don't know what they mean, but mention is made of a number of locations throughout Adoras. Go to some of these and see if you can find signs of Grima's friends or allies. So search 3 locations mentioned in Grima's writings, okay? I would presume... alright, here we go. None of us are doing this for free, Worm. Okay, so this is someone writing to Wormtongue. Remember that we expect to be paid well for our services. If you think we're common brigands, you aren't as sharp as that blade that you carry around. If you aren't careful, you'll find it in your back next, and maybe the old man will find another to do his bidding. Oh, okay, but guess the old man, they mean Saruman. Maybe that's one of us. You say that you can't grant me this burg? The burg, but I'm not dealing with a sword of jewels on my own. If the old man values you as you say he does, why has he not given you the run of the place once it's all done? Right, and that is from someone called L. On another parchment in the same hand, right, F says that he'll bring the weapons out of the guardhouse on the morrow and leave them by the side of the wall. And you are certain that the king will stay inside? We have not seen him in weeks, but he still does command the loyalty of the people. Only he can stop this. Now that E is in prison, E is definitely Aylmer. F assures me that E will not be a problem. He spends day and night poring over the map, raging against the confines, but will not disobey the king. L. Alright, on a scrap of parchment in a different hand, and that is the Blood-Eye thinks that we should act quickly. He says that Gandalf is coming back. How could he know this? H. Alright. And this page is almost illegible, written by a hasty hand. Which tower? There are several along the northwest wall of the city. I don't know if L is going to put the wood in the proper tower. You need to talk to him before we act. H wants me to ask about the contents of the chest as well. You say it will burn, but it is very sturdy and may not spread to the southeast gate. If the chest burns, but the fire does not spread, H says that it'll be your head. F. Alright, so we have F, L, and H. Okay, and F is bringing weapons to the guardhouse. Alright, so they're all doing all sorts of tricky things. So, ooh, okay. You know, when you come by this thing, you're wondering, is there a drop here? Say, okay, yes, there are actual steps here. And considering how I walked off the wrong platform last time, I am going to have to be a little bit more careful here. Now, they said something about along the wall and the like. Well, let's see. So near a tower, near a guardhouse, all sorts of places. Here we are along the northeast. So let's go and search for the area near the towers. And, ooh, I think I found the wood. Timber pile. Did someone put this pile of timber here with plans to set it ablaze? H. So, Hebecca must be H. Hebecca was an ally of Wormtongue, but are there others? I'm going to guess that there are at least 2 others. Now let's see where the other materials are located. Aha! We have a scorched strongbox. Well, apparently the wood was brought to the wrong location if this is where the scorched strongbox is located. Ooh. Leofing. Okay, so she's L. Leofing was an ally of Wormtongue, but are there others? Well, there is still F, right? And that's near some sort of guardhouse. This looks like a guardhouse. Right next to 3 towers. Strong. We hope. Hold on. Here are the weapons. These weapons are out of place. Why were they moved here? No question. I was ambushed by F? Oh well. So we still have one unknown around here somewhere. Oh well, let's talk to Eowyn. I seem to have rooted out 2 of the people.
You found some of Grima's allies and defeated them? Good.
Those snakes would have caused trouble for us, especially once my uncle rides Isengard. I hope that was all of them. I think there's another one somewhere. I still don't understand all the mysteries that you uncovered in Grima's chambers, but perhaps we have ended the schemes that were plotted here. My uncle and his riders are ready to depart. Ooh, let's see. What we got here? Ooh, that's a nice upgrade from a level 70 piece of jewelry.
My preparations continue, but my uncle's are complete.
Ooh, her uncle's ready to set out? Well, we're going to have to witness that in the next episode of Lore of the Shadow.